Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Kareem Hasan Bagery, and I am from Senior High School 1 Gemolong, and I am here as the opposition team. Today's motion is about as a middle class parent, this house would support their child's choice to deprioritize formal education in favor of pursuing digital creative skills or career like content creation, audiovisual design, and etc. So first of all, I want to rebut the government team. The first one is we do agree that now is digital era, but the digital era is not about the only the creative contents, but there are also programmer, hardware engineer, software engineer that not include creative contents, but still very have big impact in the digital era. The second, ladies and gentlemen, we can see that there are still design major in the formal education like digital communication major, art. So there is no reason to not support the child to focus and into the formal education because child still can study about the creative content even in formal education. The third, the government team is not described or explained what kind of child that they have mentioned. Are they 17, a 7, 8 child that stand in front of the camera and upload it into TikToks? Is that include the creative contents? And not at all child have their passion since they child. Mostly child have the changing passion. The fourth, in present, we can use a lot of software that can help us in the creative design like Canva, FreePic, and so on. So we don't need to extremely understand about design, but we just need to use template that uh, we just need to use template in the software. The fifth, and now the government already facilitate us to get free formal education with KIP, so that's mean it's easier to get the formal education. The sixth, ladies and gentlemen, middle class generation is very much. So if we support all of them to be a digital creative, so who will be the professor, educator, civil servant, and etc. So ladies and gentlemen, before we go further, uh, we want we will talk about the background. Our background is same to the government team. That's very clear, and we do agree about that. And the definition too, the government team's definition is also clear, except about the child. As I said before, child, the passion of child is always changing. That's why we use formal education to find their patients. But, ladies and gentlemen, we can see in present, uh, we very need smart worker in software engineer, hardware engineer, educator, and etc. That's why we must prioritize the formal education because in the future we need a lot of smart worker like that. So, ladies and gentlemen, our stance is we as parents would support the child still prioritize in a formal education and find their passion in many ways. Why we must use formal education to find their passion? Because in formal education there are many subjects, many community extracurriculars. They meet a lot of friends and also competitions. So the child will know what are their passion. So our in present we do agree that now is the digital era that a lot of various work are need. So our argument is we want to child prioritize their formal education because in formal education child will help to find their passion. The fact is, there are a lot of art competition that was meant for high school and college students because in school is the best environment to achieve creativity because they will meet friends, socialize, teach and be taught, and also have relationship. So how we gonna do it? Uh, we will prioritize formal education without destroying their passion. For example, by take them to art lesson, design lesson, and etc. So that's why we must to make child prioritize their formal education. So, ladies and gentlemen, we can see that art tip have a better definition, better urgency, and the relation between the motion and reality. So we can conclude that we won this debate. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me. Please oppose this motion.